Like I'm going to set a standard for myself every day, and I'm not going to dip below that standard. And I expect them to come and meet my standard every day. And coaches out there have heard me say these things a million times, but there's three people.
Group of guys, even more than the last couple of years, is these guys seem to have an older soul. And you can even see it by how they're playing basketball. The level of communication in this gym for young players is
him and James Harden, just because for me this is the way to control the pace of the game. You know, for them it's really like they know when it's time to score, they know when it's time to get off the ball, they know when it's time to get someone to touch who ain't touching in 5 minutes to keep them in rhythm in the game.
Body, but when I look at Malawach, I'll keep it in the brotherhood. I'll keep it in a guy that's best basketball is ahead of him, but has every single trait in terms of his character, his work ethic, and
are going to improve so much once he gets to the NBA level. But even more so, the answer that he gave you, it was not my role in comparison to they wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
That
so much, so, you know, just coming in with that mindset of all the information I can get, you know, is great for me.
You and Ace went into Rutgers with a lot of expectations this year, and it was certainly a roller coaster of a season. What did you learn about yourself during this year?
I mean, really just
remember Dad, who of course had such a fabulous NBA career here, and you just got done talking about Mom. What's the most valuable piece of information Dad has given you in this process?
in terms of his character, his work ethic, and everything else like that, plus his athleticism and his length. To me, Derek Lively, Malawach, two guys are going to be impact players for a long time in the NBA.
And I have to praise you as I have Sean Farnham. I believe that is not, you've heard it, but who do you feel like you have a similar game to?
I mean, definitely, I think two players come to mind, Cade Cunningham and James Harden, just because for me, this is the way to control the pace of the game. You know, for them, it's really like they know when it's time to score. They know when it's time to get off the ball. They know when it's time to get someone to touch who ain't touching in 5 minutes to keep them in rhythm in the game.